There's still plenty of drama in store for the final race of the season. The battle for the Mark Lee Trophy and honour badge of Oz 1 has been hotly contested all year, but sadly Mustang's gallant title defence is over. It comes down to the last race of the season to decide the winner, and for the first time a Super Cat 1000 class boat is in there with a real chance to end the supremacy of the Class 1s.
Great season, but today, if things don't go your way, then the good guys can possibly take out Oz 1. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's still a chance of winning it, so we just need to be pretty calculated today and make sure we bring the boat home.
Roscoe, conditions out there, it's very, very shallow, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a rough race today. This Port Phillip Bay serves it up. The wind's 20 knots, so there'll be no backs on the waves. So to be honest, we'll probably just be cruisy today, just bring the boat home.
Well, it's very exciting to actually think the possibility of a 525 boat taking out the Oz 1 class, and being us is even more exciting. But we're out there just to focus on our race and getting it home safe and in one piece. So play things cool and bring home the class.
Well, there we go. It comes down to the final race of the season. Joining me in commentary with his expert opinions always is Peter Muddy McGrath. Muddy, Maritimo just have to bring it home. They have it all to lose, but the good guys have it all to gain.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close, but with the conditions being like it is, man, it can be hard keeping those boats together out there, and sometimes if you go a bit slow, you really get hammered. If you climb on top of it and concentrate, you can go really quick, but yeah, anything can pop its head up today.
Yeah, we saw that last round, Maritimo. They didn't finish, and that's why the rest of the field has caught up. The good guys within striking distance. Wow, look at this. It is, well, we said the sea is about 1 to 1.5 metres, and geez, isn't it choppy? Yeah,
it gets really bad at the bottom marker. It's you come around the corner and it just stands straight up because it's shallow. And the trouble is you can't get any momentum to get on top of it.
All right, well, take us through this course. Looks like a boomerang one again.
Yeah, it's actually quite fast if it was calm, and it can be quite fast if you climb on top of it and go for it. So.
Yeah, look at the way that breeze is coming, and it's a fairly stiff one as well. I think 20 knots we said. But look, when you get to that bottom end of the course, how difficult is it from one end to the other?
It's quite hard because you get to the bottom end of the course and then you turn straight into it. So it's really quite crucial that you get the pickle forks in line, because if you get it on an angle, it'll throw you on your side.
Well, they are about to start here. It is the final race of the season. The championship is on the line. Now, Main Loop Express, Muddy, that is you in there. Again, can you talk us through those conditions?
Well, it's a bit tough for me today again because I've got a new driver. Mr. Nicholson's gone to Antarctica, so I've got one of my crew members in there, so we've got to be a bit careful.
He's giving you the cold shoulder, literally. Now, what about this? Again, you're getting away to a fairly good start, but Team 3, and look, we can see just on board here how rough it is.
Yeah, it's really hard. You've just got to decide to get on top of it and try and go as fast as you can, but the boogeyman can poke his head out and you can be in a lot of strife really quickly.
Well, I guess he won't go boo if you stay on top of the waves.
Yeah, if you run it like a motocross bike through the whoopties, you get on top of it and you just clip the top and the boat won't lay into the holes.
So basically skipping across the top of the waves is the key. You don't want to drop down.
Yeah, you've got to use the catamaran hull and let it hold up there and just touch the tops of the waves as best you can.
All right, floating across Port Phillip Bay here, Mustang. They are the defending champs, but their season is over after a host of mechanical problems, although they look like they've, well, no, I was about to say look like they've got a balance. Well, they don't have a balance at all, do they?
No, they've got it, they're trying it out pretty hard at the moment, and they're really getting into it because they think the problems might occur again, but we've sort of found what it was last night.
Yeah, well, running into problems here is it's about time. A smaller boat, and I tell you what, they'd be doing it really tough out there in these conditions.
Oh, yeah, that sometimes they just can't get enough speed to get from the tip of one wave to the next, and they hit hard.
As you can see from the Maritimo chopper, the big boat there, it is flying through. Size does matter in this race, especially in these conditions.
Oh, boat length is huge, and they've just got to get to that next wave, and sometimes you don't, and it can really hurt you.
Well, they look like they were getting hurt inside there too, although here we are in the 600 class, Saracen with a superior hull length, and look, we see BBC Digital, a quicker boat, but geez, they are struggling.
Yeah, all the power in the world doesn't help them today.
We saw them getting a little bit wet inside too, and that is only to be expected here. We are in Port Phillip Bay. It is the deciding round of the 2011 Australian Offshore Superboat Championship. Saracen, they're doing it easy in this class. It is one that they have struggled this year to try and catch that pace of BBC Digital. Let's check in on the Supercat 1000s, because this is where the hot competition is. The good guys are trying to mow down Maritimo's lead for the overall championship. But look at this, they're in a ding-dong battle with Global Racing.
Yeah, they're going really well today, and it's all on. No one can let up at all.
Well, conditions are suiting them, and the Global Racing are doing the best in the condition. This is no good for the Fryer boys from Mackay.
No, but they're hanging right in there. It's Global's really performing today.
Right, it is only doors yet, but yeah, as you just said, Global is making the best of these conditions. We are on board with the good guys. We can see how rough it is and the air they are getting.
Oh, yeah, it's right at the bottom marker here, turning straight into it, and they'll just stand straight up.
Now, Muddy, as spectacular as it looks, it's probably not the best thing for it, is it?
No, it's hard on the boats. You hear them banging and crashing, and you just wonder how on earth the engines stay in them.
Yeah, and what about the drivers and the throttlemen as well? You must feel it there too.
Oh, yeah, you just have to toughen up.
I'll tell you who is tough and tough to beat, Team 3. They are a surprise packet again this season, but they are putting in a fair showing here. Mustang, a bigger boat, but they're keeping pace.
Yeah, funnily enough, the Team 3 just doesn't look quite balanced today. They're struggling, but Mustang, they are just ripping it.
We've been speaking about boat balance. Muddy, what can you do during a race to keep the boat balanced? What are the driver and throttlemen out there trying to achieve?
Well, at the moment, most of the boats have got 70 mil of travel on their trim and stuff like that. But balancing the boat, we haven't got water ballast at the moment, but using my boat for an example, I'm carrying 450 kgs of lead. So I've got to decide where that goes before the start of the race.
Is there anything you can do within the race then to try and keep it balanced, or does it all come down to sort of touch and feel?
Yeah, a lot of it's touch and feel, and if you've got your boat not too bad, sometimes just sheer horsepower at the right time will get the boat across to the next wave.
All right, well, there we are in Main Loop Express, one of the Class 1s, and one of the surprise packets, again, I guess, of this season. They did come in late, so they can't qualify for championship points, but here's someone who can. Maritimo almost getting dreadfully out of shape.
Yeah, she just dipped her nose at the wrong time there. They would have got a little bit of a fright, but it's still smoking along.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is their championship to lose, and all they need to do is to bring it home and bring it home safe, but they are going hell for leather.
Yes, they certainly are, and you can see that where it just gets a whack in the middle of the boat halfway through the next wave, and it's hard to hang on to them.
A couple of hard starters there for you, Muddy?
Yeah, just a few.
Well, we are travelling with Mustang as we head into the break. We'll be back to find out how the final race of the season in the 2011 Australian Offshore Superboat Championship pans out. It is a race in two. Maritimo and the good guys in the Class 1000, Supercat 1000s, battling it out for supremacy and the Mark Lee Trophy. We'll be back straight after this.